So if you can develop how to think by asking the question, why? So you must be willing to learn differently. So The Art of Self-Learning is a massive book that I recommend. Develop how to think by asking why and be a student of life. The moment that you think that you know is the moment that you failed. So the moment you think you have the final answer, that you have the final wherewithal, is the moment where you can get sabotaged. So I'm always going back to my values. I'm always revisiting my ideological tendencies. I'm always conscientiously aware of my biases and understanding that those biases may not be true and that those biases may not be the best way to live. So a bias that I used to think when I didn't have money was, oh, people that have money are lucky. But that was basically a coping mechanism for me to live with my inadequacy as an entrepreneur, or as a failing entrepreneur, or as somebody that used to clean toilets or that used to pressure wash basketball courts. That was my coping mechanism. So as I was there bitter, pressure washing the basketball courts, and I saw rich people, successful people, I was like, no, they just got lucky. But did they just get lucky? No, I just had to ask the question of, why is it that these people are successful and I'm not? And once I became a student of life, I implemented humility and I understood how to learn and how to think. I began to develop a complete mind.
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What's wrong is you're wrong. Your life is wrong. Everything you do, when the moment you wake up, you self-sabotage. You're setting yourself up for failure. And then you're asking why you suck at life. You suck at life because everything that you do is sucking and draining you away from your fullest potential. Focus on leveling up, motherfucker. Focus on winning. Every single action, everything that you do, focus on winning. Focus on becoming a champion. And you know what the outcome will be? You will become exactly what you put in. You will become the outcome of your actions. You will become the outcome of your decisions. I'm a winner. And I'm not a winner by what I've achieved. I'm a winner by what I do today. Not what I did yesterday, not by what I do tomorrow, not how you perceive me, but how I perceive myself. Did I cheat myself today? Or did I win? Did I beat myself at this game of life? That's all that matters. I ain't competing with you, I ain't competing with him, with her. I'm competing with myself. Winners win, losers lose. Winners win and losers lose. I want to synthesize this thought so that you can digest it in a very easy way. What do I mean by winners win and losers lose? I get asked this question all the time. I want to share it with you today. Winners are people that everything that they do, all the habits that they instill are the habits of a winner. A winner isn't a final product. A winner is a lifestyle. A winner is a concurrent set of actions that lead you to a final destination. Same way is for losers. Usually losers inhibit behaviors of losing people, who they hang out with, what they eat, what they listen to, what they consume on a regular basis, how they think about themselves, how they view the world. They view everything through the lens of a loser. That's why they are where they are today. So when people come to me and they're like, Luke, why is my life shit? All I have to do is look at your action. How are you operating, dude? Most of you guys are operating at a 2 out of 10 and you're expecting a 10 out of 10 life. It's impossible. You want uphill results with downhill habits. It's not gonna fucking work, dude. You gotta level up. And that means understanding that if you follow a list of successful ingredients, you're gonna achieve.
Clean your room. Start hanging out with good people. Read a chapter in a book and say, I'm gonna read a chapter, and you sit down and you read it. Right? I'm gonna read this news article, and you sit down and you read it. I'm gonna eat good food and not bad food, and you do it, and you start building trust with yourself. Trust, reputation, rapport. And then you realize, wow, I can actually do anything that I want because I trust myself to do it. So learn how to trust yourself by doing the small things right. And how you do the small things is how you do the big things. So focus on the small things, focus on laying down the bricks. And soon, when you zoom out, you'll have a wall of China. It'll be so big beyond comprehension, people won't be able to even understand what was built. It's because every brick that you laid was done with perfection. Small things.
For you to assume that I would be right about everything is a delusion. I could be right about nothing at all. So don't take what I'm saying as the gospel. Take it and dissect it. Utilize it. If it's of value, extract it. If it's not of value, leave it away. Be a student of life.
Every day is a chance to win or to lose. What you did yesterday in your business, what you did yesterday at the gym, what you did yesterday to level up in your knowledge or in your network doesn't really matter. Every single day you need to show up because you're only as good as your last shot. You're only as good as your last win. You're only as bad as your last loss. But every day, the clock resets to reshape your future. The clock resets for you to reset the direction of your life. Every day is a new shot for you to change your life. Every day is a new shot for you to reinvent yourself. If you understand the power that when the sun comes up, it's a new opportunity for you to live your life, a new life of purpose, a new life of achievements, and a new life of success. You wake up with intention. Stop waking up like an accident. Start waking up with purpose and understand that nobody is coming to save you. Nobody in the world gives a fuck about your problems, and you, my friend, have to handle it yourself. Wake up, walk with purpose, elevate and control what you can control today, and I promise you that you will be one step closer to living the life of your motherfucking dreams.
Most people, they don't live in an environment that is healthy for their mind, that is healthy with their relationships. So when they tap into our content, it's a breath of fresh air. They're like, oh, this is dope. And then you have the opposite side, the guy that's still resistant, that listens to the message or listens to what I'm saying, is like, nah, this can't be true. This can't. Well, I get it, bro. I know you're in pain. Like, I know life is fucked up. I know you don't see it yet. I was there, but with enough time and dedication, like, you can chip that garbage away and renew your mind. So it all starts and finishes in the mind. Most people, it's not about doing something. It's about setting up a destination in the first place, right? And most people don't even know where they're going. So establishing some clarity in basics, things like, hey, get your money right, get your mind right, get your relationships right. The basic shit, the accountability that nobody likes, that hurts. That's the healthy stuff.
Seneca famously said that the mind focused on future events is miserable. I see so many people focusing on the things that they cannot control. They want to make $1 million, but obviously you can't dictate the specific day that you're going to become a millionaire. They want to develop a better physique, but you can't specifically dictate the day where you'll be proud of the body that you have if you're overweight or if you're too skinny. You need to understand that you can't be focused on the future. What you need to be focused is on the present moment. What you can control today, the habits that you input today, the amount of work ethic and good attitude that you portray today. These are the things that matter. The Stoics used to speak about these things because it is so easy to either reminisce in the past or to be conjuring imaginary scenarios of the future, oftentimes negative, that lead a present moment of stress and a state of being miserable. So if you want to be in a life that is full of equanimity means the calmness of the soul, and a life that is full of peace, you need to be here now, focusing on what you can control. If you want to make more money, perfect, clock in. If you want to become more financially literate, you're gonna have to pick up the books and get educated. If you want a better physique, you're gonna have to eat healthier food and you're gonna have to exercise. Not focused on the future, but focused on what you can do today. And by natural law, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. The universe will give you exactly what you deserve. Don't live a life of misery by living in the past or living in the future, but live a life of peace and equanimity by being here, right now. There are two types of pains in life, the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. Now, pain is unavoidable in your human experience, but one pain, right, the pain of discipline weighs ounces, while the pain of regret weighs pounds. What does this mean? This means that in life, pain is unavoidable. It is undeniable, right? This idea that you can live life without consequences, that you can instill bad habits in your life, and that is inconsequential to the outcome of your future is a fallacy. The Matrix wants you to believe that, YOLO, you only live once. The question is, how do you live that one time? Do you live it with regret, or do you live it by instilling discipline and having the ability to control the source of the pain and then the outcome of what that pain wields? Now, a lot of you guys want to avoid pain because you don't understand that pain is elemental to your human experience. The pressure of life will crush you. Now, the question is, will it wield a diamond or not? And all of that has to do from the source by which that pain comes from. Now, if you instill discipline, it is painful, right? Not having to hang out with certain people, having to establish a routine, having to establish healthy lifestyles, having to establish healthy eating habits, having to cut out the bullshit in your life, saying, hey, no, I'm not going out tonight because I got things that I need to accomplish in order to live a life that is not full of regret. Now, on the other side, you have the pain of regret. This regret usually comes from a lifestyle that is massively hedonistic, a lifestyle that is massively promiscuous, that has no limitations, no boundaries, and instills zero discipline. Most people live this lifestyle because they think that they're never gonna have to pay the piper, that they're never gonna have to pay the bill for the decisions of their life, for the actions of their life. Now, we understand by Newton's law that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, that for everything that you input into the universe, you will receive an equal proportion in output. So the question is, what are you inputting? And what type of pain is going to come from that? Are you going to regret it? Or are you going to instill discipline in such a way that you can control the outcome of your life and your decisions? As I'm here in Phuket, Thailand, we have a couple villas and mansions here, and kind of reminiscing my life over like the past couple years, I came to realize that by instilling discipline and suffering in that short-term period, right, those 2 hours, 3 hours of just gruesome intention every single day, have allowed me to live a life that I have no regrets. And it's not regrets because I'm an arrogant person. I'm like, I don't regret anything that I've done, right? It's not that. It's that the life that I have is a life that has no regrets, because there's nothing to regret, because everything that I've done has been intentional. Everything's been done with discipline and dedication, and you can do the same. So the question is, how do you want to live your life? Now, if I take you to an old retirement home, if I take you to a hospital, you will witness, it's very palpable. You can feel it in the air. It's very dense, the pain of regret. It is real. And unless you instill discipline in your life, unless you instill habits, unless you instill circles of influence, friends, and put yourself in a situation where there's discipline that allows you to live a life of fullness over the long period, that gives you the ability to have a lifespan longevity full of health, wealth, love, and happiness, you need to understand that you must be willing to suffer today to become something tomorrow, instead of having anything you want today and having to pay the bill tomorrow. And I promise you, that bill is very fucking expensive. It comes with interest and it's very fat. So as you watch this video, ask yourself, what type of life do I want? Do I want to instill these habits that are gonna push me to the next level? Or am I just gonna continue doing what I've always done? I'm just gonna continue doing what every other fucker's out here doing. You're gonna have the same results. You're gonna have the same outcome. Now the question is, what do I want? Now, you're on the other side of the screen, most likely on your phone. And honestly, the decisions of your life have no impact and have no consequence to who I am as an individual. So me saying this to you is actually because I care. I truly care, and I want you to understand these principles, because had somebody come into my life and told me these things a lot earlier, I would have been in a situation where I would have had to make decisions in a different way. And now I'm in a situation where I had to learn through experience. And I'm giving you the opportunity to not learn through experience, but to learn through the experience of others. Just like Tony Robbins said, the pain of discipline, it only weighs a few ounces, but the pain, right, that comes from regret weighs tons. It's a burden because you can't do anything about it, but you can control the discipline that you instill in your life. One of the examples are these super athletes, whether it's Cristiano Ronaldo, whether it's LeBron James. They spend millions of dollars on their body every single year. The discipline that comes, right? And in their life yields fruitful results in many aspects. So ask yourself, what's the life I want? What's the life that I want to live? And what am I willing to sacrifice and become disciplined in, so I don't have to deal with the regret and the bullshit of the future? It's your life, you only get one. Ask yourself, am I willing to have the pain of discipline, or will I deal with the pain of regret? The choice is yours. You got one life. It's all on you.